Ever wondered what makes a man truly irresistible to women? Is it the charm, the confidence, or something deeper? Well, you're about to find out. Trust me, some of these traits might surprise you, especially the last one. Let's get started. Confidence, not arrogance. Confidence is magnetic. Women are drawn to men who believe in themselves and their abilities, but without crossing into arrogance. It's about being comfortable in your own skin. For example, imagine you're at a social event and a man walks in with good posture, a warm smile, and the ability to strike up a conversation with anyone without seeming desperate or overbearing. He's not bragging about his achievements, but when asked, he talks about them humbly. This quiet self-assurance is what women find irresistible. Sense of humor. A man who can make his woman laugh is golden. A good sense of humor shows intelligence and creativity. Authenticity. Being genuine and true to yourself is incredibly attractive. Women can sense when a man is being real versus when he's putting on a facade. Authenticity builds trust and shows you're comfortable being real. Good listening skills. Being a good listener shows that you value her thoughts and opinions. It's about being present and engaged in conversations. Let's dive into something darker now. Mystery and enigma. Women are drawn to men who are hard to figure out. A man who doesn't reveal everything about himself keeps her curious and wanting to know more. Example, the type of guy who shows up unexpectedly, disappears for days without explanation, and always has a story that leaves her wondering what's true and what's not. The unknown triggers fascination and keeps her emotionally invested. Selective vulnerability. A man who rarely shows weakness but occasionally lets his guard down can be incredibly alluring. It feels like a privilege to see that side of him. Selective vulnerability creates intimacy and makes her feel special. Possessiveness. But in small doses, a hint of possessiveness can make a woman feel desired and valued, as long as it doesn't cross into controlling behavior. It triggers a sense of belonging and being wanted. The last one will shock you. Charismatic manipulation. A man who knows how to subtly influence others, whether it's through charm, persuasion, or wit, can be incredibly captivating. This taps into the allure of power and control, making him seem like someone who can navigate any situation. What if I tell you there's one trait that's so shocking, so rebellious, that it instantly makes a man irresistible? It's not about money, looks, or charm. It's about being the kind of man who doesn't just break the rules. Stick around, because this one trait will change the way you see yourself and how women see you. The controlled chaos. Women are drawn to men who embody a paradoxical mix of chaos and control. This man is unpredictable, even volatile at times, but he has an uncanny ability to rein it in when it matters most. It's shocking because it's raw, primal, and taps into a deeply instinctual attraction. For example, a man who's calm and composed 90% of the time, but when pushed too far, he unleashes a controlled burst of intensity. Whether it's standing up to someone who disrespects him or taking a bold, risky move in a high-stakes situation. He's not reckless, he's calculated in his chaos. This trait is shocking because it's unpredictable and taps into the allure of danger. Women are wired to be drawn to men who can protect them, and a man who can flip from calm to commanding in an instant signals strength and capability. It's the thrill of knowing he's capable of chaos, but chooses to keep it under control until he doesn't. It's the ultimate display of power and self-mastery. Women are intrigued by the tension between his calm exterior and the storm lurking beneath. It's the kind of trait that makes her think, I shouldn't be this attracted to him, but I am. So which of these traits do you see in yourself, and which ones are you going to start working on? Let me know in the comments below.